we're still here in Canby, Indiana at Doctor Who North America. And some more Doctor Who fans. Who have I got today?
I'm Brendan.
I'm Mary.
And you're from where?
New York.
New York. So you've traveled a long way for this or for something else?
The holidays in general, but this definitely was the highlight of the agenda.
And you've been a Doctor Who fan for how long?
Forever. Yeah, I'm born in 2001 myself, so I've been watching since it got big in America, the Matt Smith era, fell in love, and ever since have been devouring anything I could get.
So I take it you watch Classic Who. Do you have a favorite Doctor?
Probably 3 right now.
We
We haven't finished it yet. We're
But-
working our way through the classic series.
Good.
But John Pertwee's a big favorite at our house.
Yeah, well, I like him too.
I can tell.
Okay, so back to Doctor Who. You said Pertwee's your favorite, and you're working your way through the classic series. Have you watched the 60th anniversary specials?
We did.
Yes, we love them.
Which one did you like the best?
It's hard.
I think Wild Blue Yonder is going to really stand the test of time. I thought that didn't just feel like an anniversary. That felt special. That felt it's going to make the lists come the 70th.
Well, if you compared the 50th anniversary to the 60th, which one felt more like a celebration?
I think the 50th definitely was more well-rounded. I mean, I remember the squeal when Tom Baker came out.
Yes.
There was such a well-rounded history there. And I remember at the time we were all complaining that felt only like a New Who celebration, but I think it got around. Definitely more so than these, which it felt like Davies revisiting a lot of his stuff. And there were some bits, and it was so great seeing Mel again. It was so great seeing Mel again.
It was sweet. It wasn't, this one had 2 jobs. This one wasn't just an anniversary, so I think that kind of stopped it from being more of a celebration, but it was a very fun reintroduction to the series.
That's a fair point.
I think it was a lifesaver more than anything else.
Yeah.
They were throwing it out to the fandom, hoping to save the series.
Yeah.
And we'll see, because the viewing figures are not solid.
No.
But
Really?
they have a chance to go on. Yeah, the lowest debut since the very first episode.
Really? That's crazy. I didn't know that.
The show's lost its popularity.
That's true.
People inside the Doctor Who bubble don't seem to look outside it and realize that in the world of fandoms, they're not that big.
It's a little small.
Yeah, well, but when you're in the bubble, you think it's the biggest show out there. And I'm in the bubble.
We're in the bubble.
We're drenched in the bubble.
I love Shooty, and I think he has a fan base that could really come and join us over here.
Again, I'm not a writer for Doctor Who. I'm just one of those fans.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so very much.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Thank you.
Nice to meet
Nice
both
to
of
meet
you.
Nice to meet you.
Another Who fan. What a surprise. Here at Who North America. Hello.
Hello, good to see you.
How long have you been a Doctor Who fan?
Since 1978, when Doctor Who came to America.
Longer than me. Who's your favorite Doctor?
Tom Baker. That's what I started with.
Which story do you know?
The Deadly Assassin was my first story.
Ooh, my first was the Robots of Death.
Oh, yeah.
So, did you know what the Doctor was when you saw that first episode?
No, I didn't know that there was previous Doctors to him until I saw Legopolis, and I didn't understand what happened when he regenerated into the 5th Doctor, and then I found out a little bit later, you know, that there was previous Doctors. And I was such a big Doctor Who fan that I convinced 3 of my closest friends to drive to Chicago to go to Doctor Who convention in 1991. It was called Visions, and Tom Baker was the guest of honor, and I won lunch with him.
Oh,
So
you lucky devil.
They had a charity auction, and I won, and I had lunch with him at the Hyatt Regency O'Hare in 1991.
That would be a dream.
Oh, it was
He's
amazing.
exciting, and he is the Doctor. I mean, there's no getting around that. So you started with PBS, I assume?
Yes, PBS,
Ah, what a way to watch Doctor Who. You know, when I talk to my UK friends about this, our perspective is different on, like, the new Dalek colorization.
Yeah.
I don't mind an omnibus because that's what we watched to start with. I
Right.
never saw an episode until I bought the first VHS tape.
Okay.
Did you go through the evolution of recording Doctor Who yourself, then buying the VHS, then buying the DVDs? I haven't bought the Blu-rays, but I did all 3 of the others.
I've done all of that, including the Blu-rays. And back when we used to record it off PBS, I would trade at the local comic book shop. There was a big Doctor Who fan there, and we would trade. You know, if he had stuff I didn't have, and I had stuff he didn't have. Yeah, it was amazing watching it on PBS. You couldn't wait to watch the next episode the next night. And my uncle actually got me started on it. So he's a big Doctor Who fan, but I've surpassed him by going to all these conventions. I also have the Doctor Who pinball machine, just like they have here.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
a treat.
Yeah.
Because pinball machines are they're not
Expensive.
cheap.
It
Yeah.
cost me $3,500, and I bought it in Ohio.
Think of the 60th anniversary.
I was excited about it. I think I was more excited about the 50th because I actually went to London for the 50th at the O2 Center, and I got to see all these props firsthand that you never get to see in America. So, but as far as the 60th, I was excited to see Tennant come back. I really liked the Celestial Toymaker episode. So it'll be interesting. I'm kind of mixed about the bi-regeneration.
Yes.
You know, I guess that means that Tennant can now be in any story, anytime, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but, you know, it kind of breaks with tradition.
Well, I think they did that to do the same thing they did. They used David Tennant as a life preserver. And when they think things are going up and down, throw David Tennant back out there again. I don't know. So you like Shooty Got One?
Yeah, I think he's going to be good.
I think he's got a good chance. You obviously have Disney Plus.
Oh, yes.
Back to the PBS. You've been a fan longer than me. Did you see the PBS tour in the 80s?
Yes.
So did I. I met John Pertwee and Sarah Jane there.
Yeah, that was amazing as well.
Oh, it was. The Mask of Sutek.
Yeah.
I mean, there are certain things you don't remember. You don't forget. Or I think there was a Sea Devil there also. Of course, K9, a Dalek, a TARDIS, Bessie.
Yeah, and you had Andrew Skilleter did the artwork.
And free autographs from John Pertwee.
Well, you know, that was the thing when I went to Chicago. Everybody was free. Tom Baker was free, and everybody was free. Mary Tam was there.
Right.
She was
She
free.
was lovely.
So, yeah, absolutely. I also have, if you've noticed by the door, they have a Dalek that talks to you. I have a Dalek made from the same molds as that.
Oh my goodness.
So but
It's
mine's
like
radio
Pixar.
controlled. I don't get in mine. It's radio controlled. But it came from the same molds as that one at the front door.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Another video.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'll show the world your collection.
Yeah, I've got props too from the show. So.
Oh, well, I will be getting in touch with you.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
Thank you very much.
Well, we found the Doctor Who fan. What a surprise. How long have you been a Doctor Who fan?
Probably since the early 80s.
Same for myself. I watched it on PBS. That's where I started.
I was messing with a TV one day and clicked over to the PBS side, back to the old TVs. And there was my very first Doctor, Tom Baker, standing there, who I did not know at the time.
Do you know which story it was?
I don't know, but I don't remember which one it was exactly.
I started with the Robots of Death on the Sand Miner, the Art Deco robots.
Exactly.
Okay, so you've been a fan since '83. Who was your favorite Doctor?
Of course, Tom. I've always loved him and his attitude and everything else. He was just so happy. He was always so glad to be every
He
place.
still is. He
Have you met him?
No, the only Doctor I've met was the third Doctor, John Pertwee. Baker's your favorite Doctor. Have you enjoyed the 60th anniversary?
The one that's the ones on Disney, correct? Right
Correct.
now? Unfortunately, I have not seen those or experienced them yet.
Neither have I.
I've read about them,
Yes.
and I'm eagerly waiting for them to get out because I know Disney does not own the Doctor. I hope they don't ever get their hands on him, unfortunately. But I like the pairing.
I like the distribution, but I'm afraid there's been several musical numbers already, that it's going to become a Disney movie, basically.
Exactly. They do have those rights from what I have heard. But I like that, we're still keeping it British.
It's the quintessential British program, as my friends over there will tell you, and they don't want any Disney control.
I don't want any Disney, and as an American Who fan, I don't either. Not control. I like Disney and them pairing and doing something new. So I can't wait with the Disney bucks, there's new and exciting special effects, new exciting stories from Imagineers, that are going to help Who along, I think, expand it. Control, I don't want no control.
Okay. Any opinion on Shooty Gatwa yet?
Is that our newest?
Yes, that's the new doctor.
Again, I'm very open about it. I've loved to see every doctor. I haven't watched any of the new female doctor. I don't even know her name.
Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah, okay. I'm eagerly awaiting to get to those. I'll go through phases where I'll just watch them religiously and binge and binge and binge, and then I'll go, okay, it's time to back off a little bit. So, but yes, I like him. I can't wait for his new style to come in and everything else. So,
He looks very exciting.
yes.
I mean, when he jumps from the building to the ladder going through the air in his first episode in the Christmas special, that's the kind of stunts they never attempted in the past.
Exactly.
So it's going to be exciting. Well, I hope you have a good time here.
Yes, sir.
And this is a wonderful place. And please watch TARDIS Spider,
Okay.
or Whose Views, or The Sensphere.
Definitely add them to my YouTube channels to watch.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Bye.